$237,500. That's the price. We've just confirmed this, Bill, for a quote-unquote speaking engagement in April.
CNN is talking about Melania Trump. For one appearance and some brief remarks, she was paid $237,500.
She was paid by the Log Cabin Republicans for that April fundraiser she appeared at. Again, $237,500 for that.
On this thing, I mean, the grift never stops with the Trumps. It's really unbelievable. You can buy the Trump coin. Melania Trump gets paid to go to a dinner for Republicans. When I was a Republican, I spoke at a couple of functions for the log cabin people. I didn't know I could get $237,000. I did it for free because I was a Republican and they were a Republican group. You know, that's kind of what Republicans do. You know, what Democrats do for Democratic groups.
But altruism is obviously not in the Trump playbook. This is video of Melania Trump's arrival at her April appearance. It was at Mar-a-Lago. In other words, she walked there. And Melania Trump's speech was not exactly a barn burner.
It is an honor and a privilege to be in your presence once again, surrounded by friends and allies who share the common goal of promoting equality for all.
I mean, it is amazing. The hucksterism and the grift, you know, even, what do we have, 6 weeks after the election, neither of them, neither Mr. Trump nor Mrs. Trump stops with the attempt to.
Well, we got the gold coins, you know, and Trump, Sir Michael, putting out gold coins, you know, with his face on it and selling them.
That's right, and coins to the branded collection of odd knickknacks that Donald Trump is selling to his supporters. They are actually silver and cost $100. That's a bit more expensive than the Trump Bible he is selling, though less expensive than the Trump sneakers. Here's Donald Trump's recent coin announcement.
Hello, everyone. I have something incredible to share today. We are announcing the launch of Trump coins, a true symbol of American greatness. Trump coins are designed by me and minted right here in the USA. This beautiful limited edition coin commemorates our movement, our fight for freedom, prosperity, and putting America first. We always put America first.
Trump also tends to put his profits first. And in this case, even though the coin costs $100 to buy, it only has $30 worth of silver. So the value of the coin is actually $30, not $100. You see how that works for Donald Trump? He makes $70. The profit principle was the same with his previous grifts, including Trump Steaks, Trump Wine, and Trump University, which eventually went out of business. Anyway, Melania Trump has her own grift, knickknacks these days. She recently began selling the Vote Freedom limited edition necklace celebrating Lady Liberty. It costs $600 to buy, has Lady Liberty on the front, and nothing behind it. MelaniaTrump.com has other items as well, including an NFT of her that is part of her Women's History Month collection. This bit of history will set you back $150. For $90, you can purchase a Merry Christmas America USA star ornament. Sadly, the Christmas ornament does not come with an audio recording of Melania Trump disparaging Christmas responsibilities while she was First Lady. But we have it here for you free, thanks to CNN.
Working like a my ass
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, you know, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Who gives a about the Christmas stuff and decoration? Well, now that Melania wants to make a buck from it, she is hoping that you give a Melania Trump is also hawking her new book, and she keeps posting audio clips to promote it. Here is Melania recalling her experience at the White House when Black Lives Matter protesters arrived on Pennsylvania Avenue and the Secret Service, as a precaution, decided to move the Trumps from a bedroom in the residence to a bunker.
Loud knocking on my door sent a jolt through my body. The Secret Service agent told me I need to move. Safety was paramount, not just for me, but for the president and all of the other residents in the White House. The violent protest across the country had finally reached Pennsylvania Avenue.
Thankfully, Melania Trump was not physically hurt. For the record, an unsigned copy of her memoir is $40, a signed memoir is $75, and a collector's edition with bonus photographs and a digital collectible is $250. If the collector's edition does not sell, that would be in keeping with part of Melania Trump's history. In 2022, she auctioned off a hat she wore when she met French President Macron as First Lady. She asked that the opening bid be set at $250,000. Nobody, though, was willing to pay that, although somebody did end up buying Melania's hat for $170,000. And to be fair, Melania Trump has had some success squeezing money out of her husband's donors and his Save America Political Action Committee. As the Midas Touch reports, Melania's hairdresser, Hervé Pierre Briard, was paid $132,000 just in 2022 out of Trump's PAC. This was labeled on campaign finance reports as strategy consulting. He was paid an additional $108,000 in 2023. What's amazing is that Melania did almost no campaign events those years. And this year, in the 2024 calendar year, she has also done virtually nothing except that big public appearance at the Republican convention. She refused to speak, despite reports that her husband and his campaign staff begged her to do so. You have to give Melania some credit. She's still making money off of her husband's political ambitions and his campaign, even as she does things her way.
No, she's an extremely private person, and that being in the public eye wasn't necessarily something she wanted to do in the first place.
Or maybe she just didn't want to do it with him. On his very first day as president, there was the faded smile. On the first presidential trip to the Middle East with Melania there in white, take my hand. No, thank you. In the White House living quarters, Melania and her husband, the president, slept in different bedrooms. And now Melania is essentially invisible, refusing to do any campaign events for her husband. But maybe Donald Trump just needs to pay her more, like the log cabin Republicans did last April. $237,000 for Melania Trump to make an appearance and speak at the property where she's living. I'm not sure how the gay Republican organization justifies that expense, but if that group or any other wants to pay that kind of money for Melania Trump, good for her. She should take it. With her husband's media company stock losing billions of dollars and Donald Trump increasingly likely to be an election loser again, the window of opportunity to cash in is closing. Soon, all of the Trumps will be reminiscing about the good old days when they could fleece MAGA world and laugh all the way to the bank. But those days do seem numbered, including for Melania Trump, who clearly learned her grift from an epic con artist, her husband. By the way, Donald Trump supporters on Fox News keep changing other news organizations' reporting.
From the LA Times, and it is about the preparation that David Muir did for the debate along with his co-moderator. And this is what they said. With co-moderator David Muir, Davis, that's Lindsay Davis, had studied hours of campaign rallies and interviews to prepare for the much anticipated event at Philadelphia's National Constitution Center, and were ready to counter the candidates' most egregious statements. One candidate's, we should say. The decision to attempt to correct the candidates was in response to the June 27th CNN debate between Trump and President Biden, whose poor performance led to his exit from the race. When I read that, I hear, in other words, Trump trounced Joe Biden. That can never happen again. And therefore, we are going to watch Trump rallies, not both, to check one candidate.
Except that is not at all what the article from the Los Angeles Times actually stated. Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from I'm a Gunna, who wrote, "Please just put Trump in jail for the rest of his miserable life." I hear you. I look forward to reading your comments about Melania Trump getting busted and shamed for her side action grift. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.